Hi, this is Geoalpinist. Today, even though normally I talk about audio, I wanted to talk about Kaiber AI. If you've seen that new Linkin Park video, or maybe there's some other examples, it's motion AI. So where Midjourney and Dolly were kind of singular images, Kaiber AI kind of stitches together a bunch of images, kind of like Midjourney-ish images, and can create videos. You can use that for corporate videos. You can use it for music videos, whatever. And what you have to do essentially is give it a prompt, like a text prompt of what you'd like to see, and then an example, and then it will generate some footage based off that. So the web page to go to is Kaiber AI. There's some pricing tiers. So there's the free tier. I tried the free tier. It takes a long time to generate footage, although it's worthwhile to check out if you want to see if it's worth your time. And there is like a watermark, but what I saw at the time I used it was the watermark was like a border around it. Then you can move up to the Pro plan. They have monthly billing, which is $15 American per month, and that gives you 1,000 credits for 1,000 seconds, which works out to 15, 16 minutes of footage, depending on if you upscale the footage, etc. And the credits roll over every month. And if you want to go on a yearly billing, that's $10 per month. The thing I find a little weird about the yearly billing is it says $120 billed annually for 10,000 credits, or 10,000 seconds of video per year. That sounds like it's 10 months of seconds. So I'm not sure if that's a mistake on their part. There's also a get a quote option. If you want to do long form videos, etc. But I have a feeling most people are going to live in the free or in the Pro plan. So let's just jump into Kyber AI. I'm going to show you kind of a video example of some of the stuff I was doing here. So I was doing some short footage, but then I was also doing some longer form videos. So here's an example of some footage that turned out pretty good. Essentially, I used a Bosch image. And you can see, actually, if I pause it, you can see the exact image that I supplied it. And then I said a bird creature eats his son with flower faces in the style of Bosch art, Nouveau oil painting. So sort of like a Saturn kind of idea, but with that bird was what I was trying to go for. And this is what it spit out. So not entirely successful. You have that Art Nouveau kind of style with the woman in the background. I assume that image there is kind of the sun, and then this is the bird creature. But essentially, it's a matter of supplying prompts to it, and then an image, and then seeing what we can generate. I did do some longer form stuff as well, so maybe we can take a look at that. So here I wanted to create sort of a music video. I said cyberpunk motorcycle chase inspired by Akira in Neo Tokyo. Racers stream through the streets with light streaking behind them. A few crashes with massive explosions. Close-ups on a few racers' faces as the race continues. One hits a car and flies in the air. Buildings explode. One racer stops to a halt to pan out on a cyberpunk metropolis of Neo Tokyo skyline. So here I had tried a video before, and that one was actually successful, but this is sort of where I want to show sort of what the faults can be here. In this video, I'll just turn on the audio there. So I supplied it some audio, and I find that the audio is actually pretty successful in getting the image to move. So you can hear it kind of following that kick drum. But I did find that, if you're just going to throw a 3 or 4 minute track, that it can become kind of meandering. Whereas the first video I had done is actually kind of successful with it. But this one I found, it's cool, but it kind of suffers from that typical kind of AI problem that I find with a lot of this footage, which is it just looks like it's AI Midjourney stuff. And what I'm hoping to do with Kyber AI is to kind of break it out of that appearance and look. And you can kind of see the tricks that it plays here. So, it's generating images like Midjourney, kind of one image at a time, and then fading in between these images. So, we're not at 24 frames per second or something. This is probably like, I don't know, 8 frames per second or maybe 10, where it's generating an image and then fading into the new image. So to save on processing, but on a higher budget, say if you were going for that custom plan, maybe that's possible. Like that Linkin Park video looks pretty amazing. And what Kyber has said is that you may have more success by kind of doing a 5 or 8 second trial of something. And then, in traditional music videos or traditional videos, you're going to have quick edits anyway. So my next approach is going to be kind of combining clips of footage to see kind of what we get here. This was, an attempt at like a 2.5 minute video just to see what it would do. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing that it does it on such a quick timeline, and really you're just applying it with an image and then and some text. But I'll go into kind of how I've been doing these. So up here it will give you the amount of credits that you have. You have 1,000 credits per month. I'm at 471 currently. There's also the upscaling. So actually maybe I'll show you that. So you can download the video or upscale it. So if you download the video native, it's going to give you 720p. But if you want to upscale the video, I have already done that for 4K, but you can see that it costs 1 credit for every 5 seconds. And if you want to do 1080p, it's 1 credit for every 10 seconds. So that's why I was saying, you get about 60 minutes of footage, but if you want to upscale stuff, then it brings it down 15 minutes of footage, depending on how much you're doing and what you're upscaling. So let's create a video. I'm going to drop an image here. I grabbed, keeping with that Akira theme, let's throw in the famous Kaneda picture with his motorcycle here. And I'm not going to give it any music at this time, but you could drop music. And I think my approach is going to be to edit slices of audio here that would kind of coincide with the video that I'm trying to do. And then I'll continue to prompt. And I'm going to say person walks up to cyberpunk motorbike, gets on and zooms away. So something super short and simple. Like I said, I tried longer prompts, and actually kind of the more information that you give it, the more keywords that you give it, the more information is going to be packed into the video. But just try to keep it simple this time. So I'm going to choose cinematic here for an example. So you can provide it in these art styles with presets, but then you can also let's put Baraka as an example. Let's put Dega. I don't know, throw something totally different at it. You can edit some of these, so we can say, man, maybe we don't want this Polaroid film still. So you can edit this and create your own, but these are kind of presets that they've given you here. The credit cost is based on how many seconds of duration you're doing. So let's stick with, let's do 5 seconds. We'll do something, you know what, forget it. We'll go at 8. One feature that I wouldn't use is show the initial image in the first frame. You're just losing a frame there. And then boomerang plays forward and then backwards. That might be good for Instagram, but I'm not going to use that. I feel probably when I tested that out, it looked like it was generating kind of half the footage and then reversing that. I don't know, maybe I have to test it more, but it seems like you're getting like less bang for your buck there. And in a video, you're not going to do that anyways. So I haven't used this down footage. So essentially in these camera movement directions, you can zoom in, zoom out, rotate clockwise, counterclockwise, up, down, left, right, and static. Static was pretty cool for like a Instagram kind of thing. But it did give the feeling of more again of that Midjourney AI thing. Evolve, they have it at 6. I've tried lower to be more stable. I found that footage, even though I'm trying to get rid of that AI kind of feeling, I found that a little boring, whereas more wild kind of suited me. So for this example, I'm going to put it at 8, but I've cranked it up to 10, and I don't see a massive difference, but these are the only sliders we've got. And if you added music, you'd see another slider below here, and it would say, how much do you want to match to the music between 1 and 10. I just put that at 10 for that example that I showed you, and it did show, it did match up with the music quite well there. So I'm going to generate this footage. It's going to take a while to do. Not too long. You'll see there that's experiencing high traffic load on our servers. I find generally like 5 minutes or so. It's going to say preparing your generation, and then it's going to go to another screen, creating your masterpiece. And you can stay here, or you can just go to my video section. And from here, it's going to take a little bit to generate this, and I'll catch you back as soon as this is available so I can show you the output. Okay, and we're back. So this is the output. So really reminiscent of the first Akira shot here. For whatever reason, there's a lot of wings in AI. I don't know why. I don't want angel wings on my AI stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I find a prompt. But I've tried, I've tried to tell it not to do things, and it just throws it there anyways. So, this is pretty interesting here. It would be pretty cool if we didn't have these wings here, but whatever. But that's the gist of Kyber AI. I think, the deal is that it's just about experimentation, and the further that we get into it, I think the more we'll look at the prompts. Funny enough, I tried to ask ChatGPT, give me some prompts, and it's like, I don't know what Kaiber AI is. I'm like, sure you don't. But there is a Discord. It doesn't seem to be super active right now, but I think over time we're going to find more prompts that are going to be successful here. And I'm just showing you some other things that I grabbed here that were kind of successful. Like this was interesting. Yeah, I'm going to be working on this more. I'll probably come back in another week or two after I've collected some more footage and hopefully stitched together a video that I can share. Also, if you check on my channel, my earlier video, there's one kept as batteries that utilizes Kyber AI, and I thought that one was pretty successful. So check it out. Smash like and subscribe and all the YouTube stuff, and I'll see you again. Thanks.